Nurses, what's something you've seen in the ER that has scarred you for life? I was on shift when a mother burst through the hospital doors, cradling her child who was in a coma, and when I hooked him up to a drip, my heart stopped. Because he was so skinny his bones were practically poking through his skin. I made the mistake of asking his mom about his weight, and immediately, her tone shifted. She insisted that he had undiagnosed Silver-Russell syndrome, a diagnosis that could explain his weight. I wanted to believe it, but I told her we had to wait until he was eating for reliable results. She looked angry, but I figured her reaction was just maternal panic, until he woke up the next morning. Because that's when I witnessed something so unique my eyes almost popped out of my head. I told him he had just woken up in the hospital, and instead of sadness or confusion, he smiled so hard I thought his emaciated face might split. That evening, I caught him spending almost an hour in the bathroom due to vomiting. This would have been normal, except for the fact his index and middle finger were also covered in vomit and saliva. Well, this wasn't my first rodeo. I reported his mother to CPS, and they found overwhelming evidence that she was unfit to parent. She was immediately arrested. I was worried about the child, but when I talked to him, he just asked me if this meant he could eat now. Turns out the mother put him under a starvation-induced coma multiple times, all in an effort to get the diagnosis. I gave him a hug and promised to keep him safe, and he clapped his hands before telling me it was the best day ever. It took a year, but eventually his mother was put in a psychiatric facility. I've since adopted him. He's a completely different child now. He loves lizards and Legos. You'd never guess he was once on the brink of death.